Hi friends, in this session we will learn about variables in C Sharp. Now what are variables? Variables are containers for storing data values. Each variable in C Sharp it needs to have a specific data type which determines the size and the layout of the variable's memory. Now when do we use variables? When we want to temporarily store a value in that memory address or whenever we want to retrieve the value that is stored in the memory address, we need variables. Now here we'll see what are the basic data types, how to declare and initialize variables and retrieve the values from the variables. Now data types, they specify the size and the type of the variable values. So it is important to use correct data type for the corresponding variables to avoid errors and also to save time and memory. Now first let us see the number types. Most commonly used numeric data types in C Sharps are int and float. Int is for whole numbers and float and double are for floating point types. Now int data type, it can store whole numbers, positive or negative. The int data types is a preferred data type for creating variables with a numeric value. Now floating data types, they represent numbers with a fractional part containing one or more decimals. Valid types are float and double. Now you should use a floating point type whenever you need a number with a decimal like this 10.25. So the float data type can store fractional numbers and it should end with a value f. You can have precision of about 6 or 7 decimal digits. Now when we come to double, here it can have a precision of about 15 digits. So it is safer to use a double for most of the calculations. And next comes a Boolean type. So Boolean data type is declared with the bool keyword and it can take only the values true or false. The next comes the character and the string data types. So here this character data type, it stores only a single character like A or C, something like that, and keyword is char, 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 and it is surrounded by single quotes. Next comes a string data type. It stores sequence of characters and it is enclosed by double quotes. So now, okay, in this program we will see how to declare the different types of variables and assign them with the values and print them. So now first we will declare a variable of data type character. So char is a keyword. So the name of the variable I'm giving is my char, and A is a value. So next is a string data type. So we need to enclose it with a double quotes. So next is integer type. Next is a float type with the decimal values. And double. So we should know that before using a variable you need to declare it, and a variable you can declare and initialize at the same time, or you can declare the variable and initialize it later. So in the statement we have declared the variable and we have also initialized the variable at the same time. So now if you assign a new value to an existing variable, then it will overwrite the previous value. So if I am giving my char a new value of C, then you can see that the value C only will be printed in the screen. So the new value that is assigned to an existing variable, so it will automatically overwrite the previous value. So now we'll print these values to the screen. So we will be using the writeLine method of the console class to print the output to the screen. Console.writeLine. The value of int data type is to give a plus sign, my age. Then console.writeLine. The value of character data type, plus the name of the data type is my char. Now we will run the program and see the output. So we have got the values of the int data type, character data type, and the float data type. So this is how you have to assign the values and print the values to the screen.